Hey y'all, welcome back to the Prettygalgraphics channel. Today in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a DDG type thumbnail that looks like this, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the apps you're going to need to make a thumbnail like this is Bazaar, Pixar, and Fonto. So what you want to do first is you want to go through your video, whatever video you're about to make a thumbnail for, and you want to get thumbnails. Not thumbnails. You want to take screenshots from it. Here I used Pretty Iceland's recent wig install video for practice. So I took this screenshot and this screenshot. You don't have to use two, you can use one, you can use three. It really doesn't matter, it's all up to what you prefer, but I decided to use two because I think in her title it was like, or on her thumbnail it said like start to finish. So pretty basic, start finish. So yeah, you're gonna need two screenshots of your video. After you get your screenshots, you're gonna want to go into Bazaar, and you're gonna want to press the plus sign, start from scratch, press the check mark, press photos, and you're gonna want to put in your first screenshot. I'm gonna put in this one for my first one. I'm gonna scroll all the way over to eraser, and I'm just going to literally erase the background from the screenshot. It's very like self-explanatory. I don't really feel like I need to like do a lot of explaining when it comes to erasing the background from a picture. All I have to say is don't erase the parts that are needed. For example, she's holding a blow dryer. I wouldn't want to erase this whole part because like it's a wig video. So you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, don't erase what's needed, and if you erase too much, you can either press the back button at the top. It's the top left one. You can press that, or you could press restore and restore it manually. I'm going to erase the background from this picture and the other screenshot that I took, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Now that I've erased all the background, as you can see, this is what it looks like. Now once you do that, you want to scroll all the way back over to outline, and you want to press it, and you want to move this little slider over to how much outline you want. Even if you don't want any outline, you can just skip this step and then move on to the next one. But if you do, just put it at how much outline you want it to be at. Mine was kind of like right here, not too thick but not too thin, and then you're gonna push it up, and then you're going to press the check mark, and then you're going to press the top right box with the arrow, and then you're going to press save image. And I'm going to leave out of that, and I'm also going to go here, and I already have this done, so I'm just going to save it like I did the one before. Easy as that. Now the next step is we're going to go into Pixar, and I'm gonna press the plus sign. I'm gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says color backgrounds, and I'm going to click the gray and white checkerboard square. And if you don't know what this is a transparent background. So whatever you put on it, there's not going to be any background. It's just going to be what you put on it. So now I'm going to press next, and I'm going to press save. I'm going to press download photo. And then now I'm going to go into Fonto, and I'm going to import that photo, the transparent background that I just put in there. So I know even though it's transparent, it looks like this, but when y'all save it, it's going to be transparent. So the next step that we're about to do is the words, which is really easy. So in my thumbnail, I had words at the top and words at the bottom. So it was kind of like half of my words at the top and half of my words at the bottom. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to be changing the words, but doing the same style that I did for the thumbnail that I showed y'all. But instead, I'm going to make the words go with this video that I'm recording right now. The first half, I'm going to say in all caps, I'm going to say how to make I'm going to press font, and I'm going to change my font to Burbank Big Condensed Bold. And I'm going to press done. And if you do not have that font, I will leave a link of that font where you can download it in the description box. I'm going to make it bigger so it fits. And I'm going to put my finger down. I know it's kind of hard to explain because you can't see. But if you hold your finger down on whatever, I'm holding mine on move. And I'm just going to swipe over to the next little thingy. Just swipe over. I'm going to press curve and I'm going to put it on 1. Now I'm going to press back on it and I'm going to press style. Now the style that I had is already in my saves, but I am going to show y'all how to do it for the sake of this video. So my colors were pink, basically pink and gray, but y'all don't have to use pink and gray. You can use whatever color you want. So I'm going to press create color pattern, and I also have the color pink that I want to use in my save also. But if y'all don't have a saved color that y'all want to use, what you do is you play around with these down here. Or an easier way is you could just click one of these colors. So I'm going to click this one, and if I want it to be a certain shade, I would play around with it, and then once I get it to the shade that I want it to, I'm going to press the 3 lines on the right. It's right next to this color wheel. It's right here. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm trying to say, but it's right there. Click that, then press save, and that automatically saves the color that you just custom made. So after you save the color that you custom made, I'm going to use this one. So in your first square, you want to put your color that you want to use, whatever color. I'm going to use pink. Then I'm going to tap on the second square and I'm going to use white. And then I'm going to tap on the third square and I'm going to go back into my saves and I'm going to use the same pink that I put in the first one. Now I'm going to press at the top, it says horizontal C, and I'm going to click on that and I'm going to press vertical. And that's how you get that ombre of color. Now I'm going to press apply, and now at the top I'm going to press style, and I'm going to use the little slider next to alpha, and I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to use the slider next to blur, and I'm going to bring it down just a little bit, and I'm going to use the slider next to X, and I'm going to move it over so the shadow is more behind the words, and I'm also going to use the slider next to Y. I'm going to put it like that. Now I'm going to go over to spacing and I'm going to press the minus sign just to make the words a little bit closer, and then I'm going to press done, and that is how you make a little, I don't know what to call it, but that's how you get your words to be ombre. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to use the one that I already had saved because this is the pink that I used. That one was a little bit lighter, but it was nothing different. The same way that I just showed y'all is exactly how I made this one. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to press the square with the arrow at the bottom right, and I'm going to slide this up, and I'm going to press save as PNG. Do not press save image. Press save image as PNG. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the words and I'm going to press text. Now I'm going to put in my second half of my words. So I said how to make a. Now I'm going to put a DDG Type Thumbnail. And I'm going to make it smaller so it fits. And like I said before, I made it pink, my words pink and gray for my thumbnail. So the same way like I showed y'all before, click create color pattern, and this time I'm going to use the gray that they already have. So I'm going to use the light gray, and I'm going to click on the pink, and I'm going to use the light gray again. Actually, I'm going to use the darker gray. It goes white, light gray, darkish gray, and then dark gray. I'm going to use the darkish gray. And then I'm going to press apply, and then I'm going to press stroke, and I'm going to use that same darkish gray. and then I'm going to press done, and that's all you have to do. I'm going to save it as a PNG like I did the first one, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Back in Pixar, I'm gonna press the plus sign, and I'm gonna press the same transparent background, and I'm going to press add photo, and I added in the first part of the words that I just made. And you don't want to zoom it in too close, and I'm gonna show y'all why in a second, but you want to put it at least right here, and then press apply, and then you want to scroll over to the beginning of it, and you want to press tools, and you want to press perspective, and you want to press the grid that goes from top to bottom, and you want to move this little thingy over to the left so it's in the negatives. And the reason you don't want to make the words too close is because if you go all the way back here, the words are going to be cut off, as you can see. So you just want to scoot it back to where you can make the words look slanted. Not too slanted, but slanted enough. I'm going to press apply, and then I'm going to click the download button right at the top next to the right arrow. And then I'm going to go back. Don't save. Now I'm going to use the I'm going to click the same transparent background. Now I'm going to add in the second part of the words. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit, not too much. I'm going to press apply. I'm going to go over to tools, perspective, and I'm going to use the vertical grid, and I'm going to move it over like that. I'm going to press apply, and then I'm going to press save. I'm going to use a different screenshot from her video. I'm not going to use the same screenshot that I erased the background from, but you can use the same screenshot that you erased the background from if you want to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press effects, and I'm going to scroll all the way over to blur, and I'm going to scroll over again, and I'm going to use radial blur, and I'm going to make it a little more blurry. I'm going to press apply, and then I'm going to scroll over. I'm going to press sticker, and I'm going to click the search bar, and I'm going to type in raise, and I'm going to scroll down until I get to this one right here. It's this one right in the middle. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to make it bigger so it covers the whole screen, and I'm going to scroll over, and I'm going to press adjust. And this is like kind of like a light black, like a transparent black, so I want it to be white. So first I'm at brightness. I'm going to turn the brightness all the way up, and then I'm going to go to clarity, and I'm going to turn the clarity all the way up, and then I'm going to go to contrast, and I'm going to turn the contrast all the way up, and then that's all you need to do. Then I'm going to press apply, and then I'm going to scoot this in a little bit more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press add photo, and I put in the first part of the words, and I'm gonna put it right here in the middle. Then I'm going to press the plus sign at the bottom left, and then I'm going to add in the second part of words. I'm gonna put it right here at the bottom, and now I'm going to click the plus sign again, and I'm going to add in the first cutout that I made, which is the picture that I removed the background from. So I'm gonna zoom her in a little bit, and I kind of want to make her big. I kind of like want to put her on top of the words, not the words on the bottom, but the words on the top. But yeah, I'm gonna put her right here, and if you do 2 or 3, you want to have enough room for everybody. I'm going to click the 2 squares that are on top of each other right next to the word apply, and I'm going to click move down, so now it's behind the words. I'm going to go over to shadow, and I'm going to click position, and I'm going to move it, both of them, over to 0. I'm going to go back to adjust, and I'm going to make the opacity 100, and I'm going to make the blur 52. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the plus sign and I'm gonna click add photo, and I'm going to add in the second cutout that I made. I'm gonna zoom her in and put her right here. I'm going to do the same thing I did. I'm going to click the two squares at the top right next to apply. I'm going to click move down, and then I'm going to click shadow at the bottom. I'm going to turn the opacity up. I'm going to click position, and I'm going to move them over. I'm going to leave hers over just a little bit, and I'm going to go back to adjust, and I'm going to play around with the blur. I'm going to click the plus sign, and I'm going to click sticker, and I'm going to press the search button, and I'm going to type in emoji, and I'm just going to search it. And now with this, you can really choose any emoji that you want. I decided to choose the emojis that kind of went with the video. This one, the heart one. So I'm going to make it big. I'm going to put it right here in this corner, and I'm going to press the two squares right next to apply, and I'm going to press move down. I'm going to press it again, and I'm going to keep pressing it until it's like behind everything like that. And then I'm going to click the plus sign again, and I'm going to click sticker, and then I'm going to look for the hard eyes emoji. So I'm gonna make it big, and I'm gonna put it in this corner, and I'm gonna press the two squares at the top, and I'm gonna keep pressing move down until the emoji is behind everything. Now I'm gonna press the plus sign, and I'm gonna press sticker again, and this time I'm just going to type in arrow, and I'm going to scroll all the way down, literally all the way down, till I find the arrow that I'm looking for. Now this is pink, but if you are not a pink type of person, or if your theme is pink, then to change the color, just press adjust and press hue, and then you can play around with the hue, and that's how you change the color of the arrow. But I'm going to leave it pink because the words are pink, and pink is cute, period. Okay, so I've actually been playing around with it a little bit so I can make it look like how it looked before. So basically what I did was I added a little bit more shadow to the words. So you do that just like how you added shadow to your person cutouts. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press apply, and there's our thumbnail, period. Now I'm gonna press the download button. I literally didn't tell y'all, totally forgot. But another app y'all are going to need is Adobe Photoshop Lightroom. That's another app you are going to need. So once you download that, you're going to press the photo with the plus sign right next to the camera down at the bottom right, and you're gonna press from camera mode, and then I just put in the thumbnail. I'm gonna scroll all the way over to presets. I'm going to press vivid, and I'm gonna press the plus sign, not the plus sign, the check mark at the bottom. Went over to light, and I turned up the exposure. But yes, that is it for this video. That is how you make a DDG type thumbnail. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video, period, because I know you watched it all the way through and you was following with me, so you might as well like it. Like, come on now. And please subscribe if you are new and if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next video.